And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fed Reacts. We're going to be covering Ed Kemper. We got a lot to talk about. I'm here with Angie. Let's get into it. I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defender Jeffrey Williams, an associate of YSL, did commit the felony. So here's what 6ix9ine actually got. Racketeer conspiracy. This attack shifted the whole U.S. government. This guy got arrested for espionage, okay? Trading secrets with the Russian John Wayne Gacy, a.k.a. the Killer Clown, okay? One of the most prolific serial killers of all time, killed 33 people. Zodiac Killer is a pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California. All these serial killers, guys, they really get off on getting attention from the media. Many years, Jeffrey Epstein sexually exploited and abused dozens of minor girls at his home. It was OJ working together to get Nicole killed. We're gonna go over his past, the gang ties, so that this all makes sense. And we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fed Reacts. I'm excited to bring you guys this episode. I'm here with Angie and Mo, aka Mo in the back, helping out. We got Angie here. Hopefully we're able to, and Mo, L producer.
Yeah,
Mo, you there? Okay, there you go, Mo. So yeah, guys, this one has been requested for a very long time. You guys have been asking for this guy, Ed Kemper, aka the co-ed killer, for a few months now. But yeah, before we get into it, Angie, you want to introduce yourself to the people and give some updates of what's going on?
Hello, people. My name is Angie. My name is actually Angelica, but you know, I like Angie because you gringos can pronounce it well.
Damn.
We're finally covering Ed Kemper. I was the one who pushed this case because you guys keep asking for it, but it keep losing on the polls. And I know this case is very interesting. I personally study it like very well, like deeply. So this case is very interesting. I watch all the documentaries there is to watch about this guy, and I watch My Hunter 2, which is a quite interesting series on Netflix. You guys should check it out for sure. And yeah, I mean, what there is to say, this guy is insane. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it because you are sickos and you like these kind of cases. So I hope you guys do like it. Don't forget to follow Fed Reacts on Instagram. Fed Reacts on Instagram at Fed Reacts. I'll be active there, posting reels and polls and stuff. So yeah, make sure you guys check us out there. And please don't follow me on Instagram. Do not. I see you guys asking for my Instagram all the time.
Did you say do not?
Please do not follow me.
Damn.
Yes. Okay. And now Mo.
Yo, what's going on? This is Big Mo or Medium Mo. I be seeing y'all in the chat. I love it either way. I'm happy to be here with you guys. So W you guys in the chat. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Discord gang. On God. If you guys want to follow me, you guys can feel free to. You guys can follow me. Don't follow Angie, but you guys can follow me, right? So it is Big Mo _BITW. That is BIGMO _BITW. Don't forget the memo to believe in Big Mo because that is the MO.
Bam. So guys, we're live on Rumble and on YouTube right now, as you guys know. We got demonetized on YouTube, which kind of sucks, but we are live right now on castleclub.tv, guys. Again, that website is called castleclub.tv. Mo, if you can get a chance and bring it up on screen for the people. Yeah, if you can bring it up on screen for the people when you get a chance. Yeah, guys, on there we're going to be doing extended live streams. We're going to be doing Zoom calls on there. We're going to bring back the Zoom calls that we used to do back in the day on Patreon. For all you OG supporters, you guys used to watch us back in the day. We used to do Zoom calls with y'all on Patreon. We're going to bring those back on castleclub.tv, which is basically locals. We're going to be doing videos where we answer Q&As like we used to back in the day. So you guys are going to get a lot of content on there. And also, Fresh, since you guys know, he doesn't really do vlogs anymore. So what he's going to do is he's going to put his vlogs in the IRL streams that we do when we travel. Those are all going to be on castleclub.tv. So if you guys want to see all the crazy stuff behind the scenes, check us out over there. Also, we do pre-shows with the girls where Icy interviews them and, you know, shows you guys the behind the scenes of setting up and everything else like that. So castleclub.tv, guys, is going to be the main place to be. And we're running a promo, guys. Go ahead and get in there now. It's only $100 for the year if you type in the code CASTLE at checkout. Again, that code is CASTLE at checkout, and you'll basically instantly get It's only $100 for the year versus paying $20 a month. And yeah, man, we hope to see you guys in there. It's going to be lit. We got a bunch of y'all in there. It's a good time. So yeah. Mo, anything you got else?
That's all. You know, I'm just.
Oh, do you got the screen up by chance?
I don't have the file.
No, not the website, dude.
Oh,
The castleclub.tv website.
Got it.
That's what I meant.
Stupid.
And you know, guys, Mo's doing a million things at once. He's dealing with the chat and everything
Yeah.
because we don't got Bill's. Bill's obviously the pro when it comes to Streamlabs, but you know, I try to conserve him for the main show. Bam, there you guys go. It's castleclub.tv. There's the website. You just put in the promo code CASTLE at checkout. It's only $100 and you get it for the year, man. And you're going to get all the exclusive stuff behind the scenes because, like I said before, YouTube demonetizes us. So we're going to give y'all some more exclusive content over there, man. It is what it is. We can't put everything on YouTube anymore, especially since they censor the crap out of us nowadays, you know. So it is what it is, man. We can't, certain guests and certain interviews, so we can't put them on YouTube anymore. I mean, we did an interview with Jackson Hinkle. We had to pretty much put that on Rumble. We couldn't even keep that on YouTube, man. So if you guys want exclusive content like that, man, check it out over there at castleclub.tv. And yeah, other than that,
you guys make sure to also follow us on Rumble. We have finally Fed Reacts on Rumble. So yeah, make sure to check us out there. You just gotta follow us. You don't gotta do much.
Do we have crime scene photos for this one?
What?
Do we have crime scene photos for this one?
I found Ed Kemper's mom head.
Oh.
I do not want to show it though. It's
No. Well, we can do it on Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah, well, now that we're on Rumble, because as you guys know, longtime watchers of Fed Reacts, you guys know that a lot of the time crime scene photos we can't show you guys. We just have to give you like links a lot of the times. But now that we're on Rumble, we can go ahead and show you guys those crime scene photos. So we'll probably go ahead and show you guys some of them on this one. Angie will pull them up because for some odd reason she's really good at finding these crime scene photos that are graphic. Sick. But anyway,
I just like to research.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what they all say. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I know, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just like to research. But yeah, we're gonna have those photos over on the Rumble side, guys. You guys know we'll cut over to Rumble towards the end. But we want to stay up on YouTube as long as possible because we know that a lot of you guys might not find the channel any other way. So yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Like I said, we're demonetized, but that doesn't change anything. The train keeps going. You know, at the end of the day, the show goes on, and I'm not fucking leaving. My hair is back, aka look at that. Oh yeah, them 360s is here.
And I got
y'all
guys,
see that?
Guys, as you can see, Myron is going crazy with this wave. There are like brushes everywhere. Mo, put your camera real quick.
Can they see? Oh yeah, there's one back there.
Brush right there.
I got a couple of brushes. I got them at I got them in strategical places all over the spot.
This the hood,
But
ain't
yeah,
it?
you guys see that? For all the people that were saying, Myron, you're bald. Oh yeah? Well, look at me now. Look at that. You see that luscious hair? Woo! We spinning now, baby.
Man, you about to get the chat seasick up in this, all this waves going on.
Y'all see that? Oh yeah.
People were saying that you were swimming and I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, boy.
We
For all the
get
people that say,
seasick.
Myron, you ain't black. What is this? What is this curly hair that you see?
I thought it was supposed to be long and straight like Jesus.
Yeah. I thought I was supposed to have that straight, weird, straggly hair, guys. But look at me. I'm a nigga just like the rest of y'all.
It's supposed to. It's supposed to go long and down like Angie's hair.
Well,
It's supposed
actually,
to-
hit camera 3 real quick. We ain't done. Y'all see? Oh, you see that connected? Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay, but he doesn't want to
Y'all
put
like
on the
that?
drag.
I'm gonna change my name from Myron to Byron. I'm officially black. Feels good, man. Feels good for all the people out there that don't want to acknowledge me as a part of the team.
You gotta wear the drag though.
Ooh, boy.
This the hood, ain't it?
Yeah, this is it, ain't it? Yeah. Yeah, where you guys at now for all you guys? Byron, you bald, you Indian.
Habibi.
All right. Okay. I gotta
Okay,
stop
span
flexing.
Durag Myron now.
Nah, chill, man. Y'all will never see Durag Myron, but you will see Wavy Myron.
Hey, no,
boy.
I want to see Durag Myron. What
Yeah.
you talking about?
Nah, chill, man.
Yeah, this.
Y'all will never see that. I'm
What?
not that black.
What? All right.
Okay. And all natural too, guys. No product in this. No product in my hair at all. Like literally
Yeah.
just brushing like a wild man the past few weeks. So yeah, no product, no Dax. I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. With Mo, you remember the Dax back in the day?
The what?
Dax.
Dax.
Show the chat. I know some people in the chat gonna know what this is. Dax. DAX. It comes in like an orange can. Right? And you put that joint like this. and then you put it in your hair.
the beeswax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, show the YouTube chat, bro.
I will.
I know in the chat they know what I'm talking about, man. What happened, Mo?
I'm just doing the the Rumble, just screening the Rumble chat. That's
No,
fine.
no. Show the restream chat.
Yeah, I know.
Ninja? Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
DAX?
Interact with the people. Huh?
DAX.
DAX, yeah. Way back in the day. Like it came in an orange or red can back when I got it. I don't know how it looks now.
Oh,
but-
okay, I see.
It's
it.
like kind of like the small. It's like a small circle can.
Yeah, it's pomade.
Kind of like
basically is what it is.
how those
You know?
Altoids.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon. You guys, this thing right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. Oh Lord. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
When I got my waves back in like 07,
Couple
08,
07,
I used Dax back then, man, but never again, bro. This is all natural, man. Nothing, just crazy brushing, bro. It's a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo,
bro.
you had the double-sided brush.
Yeah, double-sided brushing like crazy, just So and you got to wolf it for a little bit too. I mean, I could do a video for you guys on how to get waves. if
Yeah,
y'all
you
really
guys,
want.
you gotta
In the future.
appreciate Myron's effort for these waves because I did buy him like a texturizer and he doesn't want to use
I
it.
refuse to use
He
it.
refused to use
I was
it.
like, no, Angie, I appreciate you buying me this, but I'm not using it. God damn it, I'm gonna do this naturally. All right. All right.
Natural.
All natural. Okay. So how did we even get on that topic? We're supposed to be talking about serial killers, not hair.
Yeah, well. You
Well,
love
anyway,
your
guys,
waves
welcome
way
to
too much now.
welcome to the least professional true crime channel on YouTube, but the best true crime
Facts.
channel on YouTube. We're the best. We're gonna be talking about Ed Kemper today. So let's go ahead and pull up. Let's pull up the Ed Kemper wiki real fast.
Yes.
You should have said it just like a radio host. Well, somebody that doesn't have waves too much, Ed Kemper, you guys.
He doesn't have spinning waves. But he was spinning on the chicks, though. I'll tell you that. Y'all about to see about this guy.
God.
Edmund Emil Kemper III, born December 18th, 1948, is an American serial killer who murdered 8 people, including a 15-year-old girl, his own mother, and her best friend from May 1972 to April 1973. Years earlier, at the age of 15, Kemper had murdered his paternal grandparents. Kemper was nicknamed the Co-Ed Killer, as most of his non-familiar victims were female college students hitchhiking in the vicinity of Santa Cruz County, California. Most of his murders included necrophilia. What? Okay. Decapitation and dismemberment. Found sane and guilty at his trial in 1973, Kemper requested death penalty for his crimes. Capital punishment was suspended in California at the time, and he instead received 8 concurrent life sentences. Since then, he has been incarcerated at the California Medical Facility in Vacaville.
You're still alive, you guys.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's
still
still alive
alive?
to this day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Born 1948, 74 years old. And he's in Burbank, California. So one of the few serial killers that's still alive.
Yeah.
All the most famous ones are gone now.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, what did I tell you about the 1970s? They were going crazy in the 70s, man, with these serial killers, man.
Yep. He will be able to ask for parole next year, 2024.
Oh, really?
Again, because he's been applying for parole a few times now, and he's been denied, of course. And
Do you think he's going to get it?
He's gonna try it again next year.
How many times has he tried this point? At this point?
I think 3 or 4 times, pretty much, because he got he got incarcerated in the 75, I think it was 73, I can't remember, and he's tried a million times until now. He's old. He's old now. He's like, I don't know. Oh well, there you go.
Yeah,
He's
74. Well, he's they let out what's that chick's name? I forget her name, but she was a part of
Charles Manson.
she's a part of the Charles Manson crew that killed people violently, and they let her out.
Yeah, I saw a comment very interesting because this guy has an IQ of 136, which is
pretty much a genius.
way above average. So it's crazy that he just decided to be
Double the IQ
serial-
of some of the girls that come on this podcast.
Misogyny.
What's your IQ? You know?
Last time I checked, it was like 118, 120
Okay.
when I did my last IQ test.
Yeah, mine is.
I don't know though. I suck at math, so I don't know. I don't know if that shit is accurate, man. Like I failed algebra my freshman year of high school, but again, I was like not trying like that. But whatever. I mean, I genuinely don't think I'm like the smartest guy. I just like have common sense. I would say that's what I got. Like I have the ability to be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I don't think this is gonna work. All right. So go ahead.
Well, crazy fact for you: the person with the highest IQ in the world is somebody from, I think it's Missouri, and it's a woman. So
Misogyny.
yeah,
She probably cheated.
255.
Wait, a woman?
Yeah, man.
Stop the cap.
She probably cheated.
380 or something.
Stop the cap.
Yeah.
She probably cheated.
Yeah, she probably cheated, bro.
Stop the cap.
No such thing. Blasphemy.
Stop the cap.
All right.
Anyways.
All right. So yeah, it was like 118, 120, somewhere around there last time I took it. But yo, y'all are you ready to Oh, yeah, okay. So we got a documentary that we're gonna play.
Yeah.
And we got the audience split. We got about 800, 900 y'all over on Rumble, and then we got another 700 plus y'all on YouTube. But we're really splitting the audience here. It's fine though. Whatever you got, however you guys want to watch us, you know, whether you want to watch us on YouTube, you want to watch us on Rumble, it's cool. Just don't forget to like the video. And for you guys that are watching on Rumble, can you guys do me a huge favor? I would really, really appreciate this, just to get the engagement up, because I noticed that we're splitting the audience and it hurts with the algo a bit. If you're watching on Rumble, open up a tab and on YouTube and watch it on YouTube as well, and just like the video. Like, it means a lot to me if you guys could do that, because like I said before, channels demonetized. You don't gotta donate $1. If you want to join castleclub.tv, awesome. But if you don't, and you want to just support for free, totally cool. Just open up another tab, open up YouTube, type in Fed Reacts, and have the window open on YouTube, and we'll continue to watch on Rumble. Just like the video and have it run in there so that we can get the viewership up. Because when you split the audience, guys, a little YouTube trick for you guys that want to live stream or whatever. Anytime you split the audience, it kind of sucks, because what ends up happening is like YouTube doesn't recommend the stream as hard when you have less viewers. So you like the more viewers you have on YouTube, that's why we killed the streams on the other ones. The more viewers you have, the more it pushes you in the YouTube algo to be discovered. So, you know, you kind of split the audience when you're on Rumble and on YouTube at the same time. But hey, man, Rumble is home. But yeah, just open up another tab. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video. Let's get the engagement up. And yeah, so we got a documentary that we're going to react to. This one's a pretty good one, man. It's not that long. It's only about 37 minutes. So you guys won't have to bear my bad jokes for that long on this one. I think Angie will go ahead and have an interview for you guys queued up as well that we can play.
Yeah.
But this one is titled "When Police Realize Their Friend is a Serial Killer." They're going to be reacting to this video. What channel does this come from, by the way? Let's give this guy a shout out. Crime A to Z.
Yeah.
Check him out, man. Like the video. You know, let's like and subscribe to his channel. Show him some love, man, because it ain't easy making this type of content. So we're gonna react to it, give him some, show him some love, support. So Crime A to Z. So let's go ahead and enlarge that, Mo, and get cracking on this. Oh yeah, for the algo. Yep, comment below. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, baby. For the algo. So let's go ahead.
It's 1972, and police are frustrated as a killer is murdering female college students and completely evading their detection. Meanwhile, one man, who would normally stand out in a crowd of thousands, is flying under the radar, completely undetected.
Pause real quick, Mo. Can we put the subtitles in there? And then I wonder what was going on in 1972 at the time. Let's.
We wanted to look it up.
Yeah. Look up what was going on in 1972, like the notable events. Angie.
The United States.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Mo. Let's keep running it.
At 6 feet 9 inches and 285 pounds, Ed Kemper is impossible to miss.
Pause.
But he's been befriending off-duty.
I don't know if y'all have ever met somebody that's 6'9", but that's literally like the towers over everyone.
So fun fact: this guy reached the 6'3", which is Myron's height, right?
It's really
yeah.
6 foot
Yeah,
4.
height. When he was 15 years old.
Damn.
Teenager.
Holy.
Yeah. And he reached the 6'9" when he was 21, which is insane. Like, you guys, it's literally Myron, but like with another person.
Yeah, and as a kid, that's what made him very awkward was his height.
Yeah.
So it kind of
And he was
ostracized
big
him.
too.
So all right, let's keep running, and then we'll hit the Rumble rants and chats
He
after
weighed
as well.
like 300 pounds. Too.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, guys. If you want to go ahead and donate to the show, fnfsuperchat.com. and you could go ahead and donate to the show, and it ends up being on the show. Well, your super chat comes up on screen. That's how you super chat on the show, or Rumble Rant, either or, whichever one you prefer. And let's make sure that we put that on the website, Mo, at the top of the description. And
Yes,
stuff.
it is.
Is there? Okay. So yeah, if you
So-
guys want to go ahead and get involved in the show and have your chat shown, just like I said before, FNF. So Frank, November, Frank, again, superchat.com.
Okay, so in 1972, the president of the United States was Richard Nixon.
Yep.
Okay, the vice president was Spiro Agnew. There were a few events. He made the president Richard Nixon made the development of space shuttle program
Okay.
in January and February. The Mariner 9 sends pictures from Mars. So you guys made it to Mars in the 1970s. That's insane.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
What else is going on? I think inflation was high at that time.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna say something in the documentary. I think Ed Kemper got run over. You saw that? He got run over and he got injured, and he how do you call it when you like somebody does something to you and you like take legal actions? What's the
Fun
word?
fact, 1972 was also the longest year. It was a leap year, and it also included 2 leap seconds, one added to the clock on June 30th, another added before 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 31st. Interesting.
What do you call it when when you get run over and you have to take legal action on that person?
Oh, they sued them?
Oh yeah. He sued the person and he sued them and he got reimbursed for like $15,000.
Oh, yes.
And it's now like 100,000 like today.
Back then,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun facts about 1972, guys. So obviously, the beginning of the Watergate controversy with Richard Nixon. We had the Munich Olympics massacre on September 5th, 1972, which all I'm gonna say is some Palestinians and kidnapped some, and yeah. Anyway, the Vietnam War continues.
Yeah.
We're still on YouTube, so let's see here. The Pioneer 10 spacecraft was launched into space on March 3rd, 1972. The Equal Rights Amendment passes in the U.S. Congress on March 22nd, 1972. President Nixon announces further withdrawal of American troops from Vietnam. Let's see. The Apollo 17 mission on December 7th, 1972. And then we had the founding of Atari. Wow. The first video game. Shout out to you. Wayne, $10, Myron, you have ever covered Henry Lee Lucas? There was a movie made about his case called Henry. I have not, but I could look it up. The Bloody Sunday incident in Northern Ireland on January 30th, and then the Strategic Arm Limitations Talks SALT agreement is signed.
Somebody
26th.
asked me to look up the biggest music single in 1972. It was The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face. The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face by Roberto Flack.
That was the hottest song in 1972?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Wonder how
Billboard
that
year
goes.
end from the Hot 100, so
What?
it was the top one.
Wait, it was the top one? What was the name of it?
The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face
The
by
First
Roberto
Time-
Flack.
Okay. For the first
It
time
must be like a blue or something.
ever, I saw your face.
Yeah.
Let's see if I ever heard this.
The number 2 was Alone Again Naturally by Gilbert O. Sullivan. The number 2 was American Pie by Don McLean.
Bye, Miss American Pie.
Oh, you know
it.
There you go. Mo knows that.
I
For
love
the
that.
70s. Oh, my.
I don't even know how I remember that song. I don't
Probably
remember
your
how-
mom's.
No,
Your
my-
dad.
no, they only know they don't know any American songs
Oh.
from back then.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
Well, the number 4 was Without You by Harry Nilsson. I have no idea who this people is. And my mom was alive in the 70s, so I have no idea. Do you know it, Myron? You find it?
Their parents was also in like Sudan, so I don't. All
Oh,
of,
that's true.
None of our parents were even in America on some
Well,
of
my
these
mom.
songs.
Well,
yeah.
my mom was very like big in the American culture, so she loved the Beatles. She loved Michael Jackson. She loved this gay singer. What's the gay singer? Oh, Elton John.
Elton John.
Yeah, David Bowie. Like she was huge in this like.
David
American-
Bowie. Yeah.
Well, these are British people, but you know what I mean.
I didn't even know they
Yeah.
were British either. I don't know.
I think David Bowie is British. Elton John, I'm not sure. if he's British. Can you guys put it in the chat?
I didn't-
I have no idea.
I didn't know.
But yeah, I do love like the 80s, you know, like Cyndi Lauper, some of the Madonna song, some of them not. Some.
I was more into like because I grew up, but 90s R&B. That was like my
Oh no,
thing.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Like I love the 90s.
90s
too,
and
but,
80s
like,
R&B.
you know, like old music. I'm
Yeah.
talking about old music. Like,
Yeah, I don't
what
know
do you
about
know
it.
about old music?
Me, I had listened a lot of like Marv Gaye, Luther Vandross,
Okay.
Boys to Men, New Edition.
I'll tell you the best song in 1972 right now.
What?
Isn't that from the movie? That you wanted to... What the hell? That's from the movie that you wanted to... Okay. I see what Myron is doing right now. We're on YouTube, Myron. We're on YouTube. Remember, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, that came out in 1972. Stuck in the middle with you.
That's
from
why you
Reservoir
wanted,
Dogs.
That's why you wanted to look it up.
Oh, Lord. Man. Yeah, that's my favorite song right there. And there's a bunch of reasons why, which you guys will see one day once we get out of the ban from YouTube.
Oh my God! If you guys will understand this context right now, you will flip it.
Oh, Lord. I wish I could do it right now for y'all, but we will get canceled instantly if I do what I wanted to do with that song.
Bro.
We will get instant canceled.
Bro,
Mo
bro,
will start losing his mind.
Bro, we're finished. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right. Let's continue on with the documentary. Yeah. That song came out in 1972, Stuck in the Middle with You. Famous song from a very famous scene from the movie Reservoir Dogs. I know some of y'all ninjas know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they know. They're saying it.
They know?
Mhm.
They knew
know.
right away?
Yeah.
Good movie. Good movie.
Police officers at a bar near the courthouse, getting as much inside information on the case as he can. With his near genius level IQ, he is gaming the entire charade.
They'd buy me a beer, I'd buy them a beer. Casual relationships, but I was poking around a little bit trying to find some things out. I knew they wouldn't be privy to hot information, but there were some things that were bothering me, like were there any speculations on how they were dying?
How did you get the knowledge to outsmart the police?
Watching television, believe it or not. Joseph Wambaugh, police story. Got some tremendous insights into not just the gimmicks, the actual things, the tidbits that you would pick up from their procedures, but the mechanics behind that, the logic behind it, was I would not allow myself to walk into even a potential trap of behavior.
Pause.
And one of those was talking.
So you guys are going to see a trend here with Kemper. The guy was very smart, and what he would do is he would align himself with law enforcement and/or professional staff, and give himself an advantage and give himself kind of insight as to how they do the job. And this wasn't by mistake. He knew exactly what he was doing. He would talk, pry some information out here and there, befriend them, and he was very very nice and cordial with these individuals, even though he was like a maniac. He was very social and cordial with the police officers and the law enforcement in general. And you can see the guy's well-spoken, kind of fairly disarming, right? Doesn't look like he's going to be like, a harmful killer. And then also, he gave a lot of interviews after he was caught. And he went into detail about how he was able to kind of get away with things, which gave the FBI a lot of insights to how to identify serial killers. Keep going strong, brother, from Mr. WeBuyHouses.com. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the support so much. All right, let's keep going.
Yes.
About those crimes too much to people, initiating conversations about that.
There was a memorial service for 2 of the victims.
Yes,
Were you tempted to go?
yes.
But
I'd seen one too many episodes of one too many crime shows where that is one of the available resources for clues.
Welcome back to Crime A to Z, where we detail cases and criminals from their very beginning until well after other reporting ends. Today we'll be talking about one of the most gruesome serial killer cases in American history, the case of the co-ed killer. With an IQ at near genius level, serial killer Ed Kemper was able to outsmart police and, tragically, his victims at every single turn. His unassuming personality would be so enchanting that even a call into police to confess his murders would lead to them sending him away in disbelief. Santa Cruz, California was traditionally a quiet beach town complete with surfers and retirees, at least until 1965, the year the University of Santa Cruz was built. With residents suddenly spilling over from relatively nearby San Francisco, the college turned the town from a peaceful, quiet retirement community into more of a bustling, youthful, loose and free-spirited city, similar to its hippie, Berkeley, California counterpart. So all was fine in the city until 1972. Suddenly, girls began to go missing and body parts began to wash ashore. Someone was killing young female or co-ed hitchhikers, and the community wondered whether the fairly recent change in its residential makeup was to blame.
Real quick,
The media
back in that era, like in 1970s, the early 1970s, there were two other serial killers active in Santa Cruz, California. These were John Fraser and Herbert Mullins, and they were also killing like girls. So very often they will confuse the victims from one another, and that also made by the press. They made the Santa Cruz. They named Santa Cruz the murder capital of the world back then.
God damn, they killing women like that, bro?
Yeah.
Misogyny.
Yeah, they were going crazy out there back then, man.
Yeah.
So
quickly dubbed the elusive killer the co-ed butcher. On December 18, 1948, Edmund Emil Kemper III was born in Burbank, California, to two very disciplinarian parents, Cornell Kemper and Edmund Kemper II. He was the only son and the middle child. While Kemper looked up to his father, he resented his harshly punitive and verbally abusive mother. His parents would divorce when the younger Ed was 9 years old, after which Cornell moved away with Ed and his two sisters.
pause.
At an early age, Kemper began
Fun fact, yeah, he was born December 18th. Another person that was born December 18th as well, that was a notorious alleged serial killer, was Arthur Lee Allen. He was the prime suspect
For
to be the Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
So, and that birthday actually is how they ended up like pointing to him as being one of the primary suspects for the Zodiac killer. So I did an episode on the Zodiac killer, by the way, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and watch it. But yeah, Arthur Lee Allen was actually identified by one of the individuals that the Zodiac killer shot back in 1969, I want to say.
Nice.
So yeah, he was identified, but he ended up dying in 1992 before they could positively tie him to the crimes and interview him rightfully. But he was a top suspect as a Zodiac killer, and he was also born on December 18th. So very interesting. Let's keep going.
and showing classic signs of serial killer pathology, including torturing insects and animals and performing rituals with his sister's dolls, which resulted in severing their heads and hands. He remembered how, as a small boy, he used to slip out of his house, go to his second-grade teacher's house, and armed with his father's bayonet, observe her through the windows. In later interviews, he admitted that gas chamber and electric chair were some of his favorite games to play when he was a child. At age 10, Kemper buried a pet cat alive, dug it up, severed its head, and placed it on a spike. Kemper admitted in a later interview that he enjoyed lying to his family about murdering the cat. At age 10, Kemper buried it. A few years later, when he was 13, he murdered another family cat because he thought it favored his sister over him. He preserved separated parts of the cat's remains in his closet until his mother discovered them.
I wrote that
On one
here.
occasion, when Kemper's
I wanna
older
show
sister...
it.
Pause. This guy was on some demon time.
Yeah, I wrote like each fact here on my notebook, and I wrote it with like red flags because when you have a kid,
You
10
gotta see
years
the red.
old, 10 years old, burying a cat alive and then beheaded the head, taking out
Beheading?
beheading
Yeah,
the
beheading.
head and the stuff. That's insane. Like we'll have as a psychologist, we'll have like a field day with this kid. Like it would be insane. And then doing it again at 13 years old, another red flag. It's insane.
And also, a lot of serial killers actually
start doing that, yeah.
did this. I think Ed Gein did this. Jeffrey Dahmer, he didn't necessarily kill the animals, but Jeffrey Dahmer liked to
Take
he
out
would
the
find the
organs.
roadkill and he would play with the organs and
Yeah.
kind of learn the anatomy. Who else did this? There was someone else. I'm trying to think.
I think it was
I know
John Wayne Gacy. No?
I don't know if John Wayne Gacy killed animals.
Yeah,
The
because
killer
that's a
column.
trait that a lot of serial killers tend to have, like
Yeah.
playing with like dead animals
Yeah.
or like killing
Dahmer
animals.
was the most famous that used to do it as well.
Yeah.
Maybe Gacy did as well, but yes, this is common amongst a lot of serial killers where you see this proclivity to violence and gore and blood at a young age. So yeah, he's out here killing cats. I guess he didn't like cats.
Or dogs or stuff.
Yeah,
or
he didn't do
animals.
nothing to dogs. It just seems like it's all cats.
Yeah.
So
But this is a
I mean,
big
cats
red
suck,
flag.
yeah, but like, goddamn, bro, you don't gotta do all that. Holy.
It is a big red flag. Like if your kids is killing animals,
Yeah. Yeah, for any of you guys out there, your kid is out here killing animals, yeah, bro, you might wanna make sure you ain't raising the second Ted Bundy. Negatively punish that bad behavior immediately. You need to turn into Frank Castle with that kid and punish. Hey, what are you doing? Bang! Just hit him.
Damn. Wait.
What?
To kids?
I've been saying that on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube.
Emotional damage.
That's what's gonna happen to the kid, bro.
That was easy.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
well, hey man, I'm a proponent of beating children when they do bad things. Of course, you know, I got hit as a kid and I turned out okay.
Yeah, that's
Maybe that's not a good example.
Not the issue of
But yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, I genuinely do think that kids should be spanked when they do stupid things.
disciplined. I
They
think
need to be
it's
disciplined physically.
disciplined.
Physically.
Damn.
All right, let's keep going. When they mess up, you give them that quick slap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sonic boom!
that's how you do it. Or if they really mess up, you give them the.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
sister, teased him about why he would not try to kiss his teacher. He responded, "If I kiss her, I have to kill her first." As the years passed,
What?
Yeah, he's crazy, bro. Deviant.
Kemper grew bigger and stronger, which was not surprising given that his mother was 6 feet and his father 6'8".
Damn.
Jeez.
But Kemper's bizarre behavior also grew and became more concerning. As a result, his mother used to lock him in the basement for the night out of fear that he might sexually abuse his sisters. Kemper was locked underground in complete darkness, with a trap door on the floor covered by the kitchen table to ensure he could not escape. Kemper was terrified and traumatized. And it was those nights in the darkness where he allowed his hatred of women to fester and grow.
God damn.
When Kemper was 14, he ran away from home to reconcile with his father.
He could have used the Fresh Fit podcast, man. We would have taught him how to channel that misogyny. God damn, bro.
He really hate women, but it was mostly because of his mother.
Yeah.
Because of the abuse of that.
Yeah, his
mother would
mom.
put on
His
him.
mom did some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep
And
going.
his grandma too.
There he
We'll
yeah.
see it later.
Yeah, facts.
learned that his father had remarried and had a stepson. Kemper stayed with his father for a short while, but within a few months his father sent him away to live with his paternal grandparents in North Fork, California. Kemper was devastated. He hated living in North Fork. He described his grandfather as senile and said that his grandmother constantly emasculated his grandfather and himself. At age 15, after he'd been living with his grandparents,
See, so again, people say all the time, "Oh, Fresh and Fit, you guys like teach guys to be misogynistic, blah blah blah."
Misogyny.
What I always say is actually, if anything, we teach guys how to understand women so they don't hate them for what they'll never be. Like when you see BS happening, like your grandma or a female family member emasculating a male in your family, you just know, okay, this is female nature. Maybe I can give my uncle or dad the rational male, or teach them, hey, this is how women are, etc. Like I think a lot of the times when guys end up having frustrations or anger or resentment towards women, it comes from an inability to understand them, and they don't understand that men and women are very different. And they try to look at women from a male lens, and I think that's the worst thing you can do, because if you look at women from a male lens, you're going to be pissed off, dude. You're going to be very angry because women interpret the world much differently than we do. And I think a lot of that frustration comes out sometimes through violence, unfortunately, right? I don't want to sit here and say Fresh and Fit is preventing serial killers, but I genuinely do think that we teach guys to, number one, understand women, and number two, not hate women for what they're never going to be to you, okay? They're not men. They're not going to think like men. And then most importantly, we tell you guys on the pod all the time, never raise your hand at a woman. Even if she hits you first, don't do it. You know, don't ever do it. So, hey, man.
What happened with this man most of the time it's mainly because of their mothers trying to put some certain abuse on them because of what is going on with their fathers or with their marriage. Because the father of Edmund Kemper used to hate his mother because she will abuse him too, like call him names and stuff, and they wouldn't have like a nice marriage. It was, in fact, he will say that it was like a loveless marriage because they wouldn't stand each other. So he will say his dad was a World War II veteran, so he will say that living with Cornell, which was Edmund Kemper's mother, it was like he said suicide missions in wartime and the atomic bomb testings were nothing compared to living with Cornell. So you can imagine that this man had nothing but like hater, or like a bad relationship with this woman. So he will I don't know how to say it. She will put this hate towards Edmund because she only had 2 daughters and 1 kid, and the kid, the guy, the boy, will usually in families they tend to look more like their dad. So of course she will put like this hate towards his son, and that's what happened often with kids that are only childs and stuff.
All
And
right,
serial killers.
Let's hit some of these Rumble rants from the ninjas. Mo has cleaned out the ones where you guys said some crazy stuff. So Mo, go ahead. Let's pull them up real fast. Shout out to all you guys. This one is for the support. I really appreciate guys. So Myron, as a fellow waver, please incorporate some cold pressed oils for your hair while you brush. I'm trying not to use any oil, bro. I'm trying to keep it as natural as possible, man. I hate putting oil in my hair. But I will keep that in mind. Let's see here. But yes, I have become a waver. Johnny Silverhand goes, which one of y'all Discord gang is an artist? Make that famous tsunami Japanese painting, but with Myron's hair. Okay, appreciate that. Johnny Silverhand again. I use my computational multi-model threading and encryption from Soulkiller Engram to tap into anyone's BCI. I don't know what you said there, but okay. I appreciate that. World's Coolest Nerd, Big Mo. You watch AEW 2 and thoughts of CM Punk getting fired. Also, I started watching Mindhunter 2, but it starts showing more of the interviews later on. I don't care much for the main characters.
Yes, actually. Well, I haven't been watching AEW because it's normally a fresh fit stream going on, but I'm always keeping up with the community. As for the CM Punk getting fired, my thing is, I say if
I thought he left though.
Nah, he actually got fired.
Okay.
Because of the fight, but I still say if you can't get along, everyone's wrong. To Jungle Boy, I think Jungle Boy was a little more in the wrong here because of we're supposed to be in a climate of safety for the talent. So CM Punk is actually one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. CM Punk is the reason behind my name, at least the BITW part of my name. So CM Punk is. So it's
when did he leave the W? Like 10 years ago, he left the WWE, right?
He left WWE around 2014, but he was still wrestling in the competitor company AEW. That's what this Rumble rant is referencing.
Towards the question about Mindhunter, they do start showing the interviews later on, and I'm quite shocked seeing interviews about Ed Kemper. I'm quite shocked of how accurate it is with the character that they play in the series. It's very accurate.
Okay. All right, who's up next here? PJ goes, Myron, what do you think about the idea of making Locals an easy-to-use app? Have you thought about that at all? Love you guys. No homo, WFNF. Yeah, bro, I mean, Locals is pretty easy to use. It's good. It has a good interface. And that's where we're at. Shout out to Locals and Rumble. They work together. They're kind of tag team. So, yeah, man, castleclub.tv, man. Check us out over there. And then we got Villa goes, keen for this one tonight. W Myron, W Angie, W Mo. Shout out to you, Villa. I appreciate that so much. We got Stedurin88 goes, can you do a video on what family is like as a Fed, such as which agency is best for marriage and what agency would keep you single? W Mo, W Angie, L Logan's loose wife. Yo, Stedurin, I'll do it easy for you right now. The agency that has the highest divorce rates by far is the Secret Service. Ooh. By far, they have the highest divorce rate. So if you want to go ahead and stay in a happy marriage, the Secret Service is not it. The agencies that have the best work-life balance are the FBI and Homeland Security Investigations, HSI by far. Also IRS, because it's more of a 9-to-5 gig. The thing about IRS, HSI, FBI, etc., depending on the group that you're in, you can be in one of those groups that are slower. You can be in a financial group that does a 9-to-5, etc. But if you're in a drug group or a gang group or something like that, yeah, you're going to be out all night, all hours of the night. But you can absolutely get a work-life balance if you work in a more slower administrative or a group that does more, complex crime, shit like that. So, yeah, those are some agencies that will help you with work-life balance. And then a lot of the OIGs, those are 9-to-5s too. OIG agencies, because those are internal investigations. So, yeah.
Do you think it may be because of the stress and the busyness of Secret Service?
Yeah, and you could get called at any time, especially if you're on a presidential detail. Yeah, and you work really long hours. They're one of the few special agent positions actually that get a lot of overtime, them and diplomatic security service are two agencies that will probably hurt your marriage if you're married. You're going to be gone all the time. So, yeah. Bro, please don't ever use grease. LMAO, I used to use Murray's and Blue Magic. Yeah, bro. Yeah, grease is terrible, bro. I'm never doing it. I'm keeping the hair natural. Chains for life. Also, I was wondering, Myron, if you could rebuild the bridge between Sneeko and Zerka, that would be dope. I'm working on it. Padawan goes, my brother was 6'3" in the 6th grade, and he's now 34 and 6'11".
Damn.
Tall people don't faze me because I had to live with my brother till he left for college. My dad's 6'9". I'm the runt at 6'1". Yeah, bro.
A runt at 6'1"?
Yeah, run at 6'1".
This guy is complaining.
Johnny goes, dude was MK Ultra, a precursor to today's Sand Vistans that turn you into Sandevistans?
Yeah.
They turn you into a cyber psycho that we have here in the year of 2077. P.S. I'm Rants from the future.
Well, it's from the video game Cyberpunk 2077 that he's referencing. Dude
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Basically, cyber psychos are basically like people who have got powers, but it overtook them, and it just goes haywire. He's basically going out of control. He's going ballistic. That's what basically he's talking about. Sandevistan is, he's killing people while like stopping time. Because he's so fast, he stops time while killing people at the same time. Shout out.
Sounds gay. All right, what else do we got here?
Voodoo Boys for life, by the way.
Adam goes, look into the Kenyan Cartel Regency Hotel shooting Dublin. Okay?
My nerd glasses was...
Yeah, holy.
Myron was waiting with
guys, you raise your value and go buy and then read Why Women Deserve Less. Absolutely, bro. That's what you do.
Misogyny.
That's what you do, my friend. Michaka goes, here's a list of Myron was on a TV show. 50 Shades Darker, left a Family Guy, occurred to Carly Camel, 365 days without the food. I'm lost. I don't get it.
He's
making fun of me?
Yeah, he's calling you black.
Oh, fair enough. I appreciate that, sir. I am black now, officially. My haters can no longer say that I'm not one of them.
This is the hood, ain't it?
But I'm still not going to have a victim mindset. All right. Where we at here, Mo? We're going to go back to the doc?
Yes, we are.
All right. Hey, guys, again, you got two choices. You can either, if you want to support the show, like the video, number one, open up a tab on YouTube, support us over there. Let's get to 1,000 live viewers on YouTube. We got 1,000 y'all watching on YouTube right now, actually. And we got another almost 1,000 you guys watching, 949 on Rumble. So, guys, open up another tab. Watch us on YouTube as well. Let's get up in the algorithm there. And like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't on YouTube. And then also follow us on Rumble as well. And if you want to super chat into the show, guys, the super chat button is the FNF superchat.com, fnfsuperchat.com, and your super chat will be shown on screen, or you can Rumble Rant in, either or. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's keep going with the doc.
Parents for 10 months. Kemper and his grandmother, Maud Kemper, were arguing at the kitchen table. Kemper was furious and raced off to recover a hunting weapon that had been taken away from him because he was shooting animals pointlessly. He returned to the kitchen and shot and killed his grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Then, when his grandfather returned from shopping for groceries, Kemper went outside and shot him in the driveway next to his car, killing him.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Killed both his grandparents.
He said...
Not knowing what to do next,
he said that he did it. He killed his grandfather too, so he won't see
his
grandmother.
grandma.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was kind of collateral damage there. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
called his mother, who told him to contact the local police and turn himself in. After being apprehended, Kemper simply said that he wanted to experience what it felt like to kill Grandma, the most common quote associated with Kemper.
What the hell?
Kemper later testified that he killed his grandfather to prevent him from suffering once he found out his wife was dead. Following the murders, court psychiatrists briefly diagnosed Kemper with paranoid schizophrenia. As a result, he was committed to a Atascadero State
That was sweet of him, you know, so he didn't want his grandfather to... I'm sorry.
Not at all.
Sorry.
Mom,
Hospital, an all-male maximum security facility that houses mentally ill convicts. With a population of over 1,600 patients, several dozen who had committed murder, and 800 mentally disordered sex offenders, it was more than the 10-person team of psychiatrists could handle. And ultimately, and tragically, the institutionalization of Kemper at the facility ended up exposing him to extreme deviant behavior and making him far more dangerous than he was before he was there.
That's him when he was
He would
15.
later recall,
Yeah.
I found myself...
The mugshot.
Yeah, when he was 15.
Yep. And he was 6'3".
60 at that point. Wow.
Yep.
God damn.
ended up exposing him to extreme deviant behavior and making him far more dangerous than he was before he was there. He would later recall, I found myself a minor in a psychiatric hospital for hardened criminals. According to the law, I should have been sent to an institution with minimal security, But the judge was so outraged by my crimes that he declared, "I'm not wanting to send this young man to Disneyland." That's why I ended up in Atascadero with people on average 20 years older than me. Believe me, I grew up very quickly.
Yeah, that messed him up.
And Kemper would do more than just grow up at Atascadero. He was extremely smart and bright. His IQ clocked in at a near genius level, somewhere between 136 and 145, both of which rank in the top 2% of scoring. And he was also incredibly friendly and extremely likable. All of these aspects resulted in him becoming a trusted assistant to the psychology staff with access to the detailed files of murderers and sex offenders, including detailed accounts of how they carried out their crimes.
So y'all can see here, what is he doing? Befriending staff, befriending police. And this is how he was able to kind of get away with things or knew what was happening at the time, anytime he was committing crimes, etc. So you can see that he's already kind of playing this role where, hey, you guys could trust me. I know I'm a criminal and stuff, but I'm not as bad as the rest of these guys. You could trust me to help you out.
Stop the cap.
Exactly, stop the cap. And then you guys got to remember also that they were severely understaffed. So any help that they could get was widely appreciated.
He was trained to administrate the psychological test for the sexual offenders. So he learned a lot from them.
Yes.
Yep.
You guys are going to see here in a second actually how he would beat the test. So let's keep going.
And the tactics they used to get away with them. In his role, the then 15-year-old Kemper would hear firsthand highly graphic details of violent rapists, and he began to have his own violent sexual fantasies. And he also noted how most of the rapists had been caught because they were identified by their victims. So he concluded that his best chance at being successful as an assailant was to make sure he didn't leave any victims alive. Also, since he had access to psychological tests, he knew exactly what psychologists were looking for when they diagnosed patients. So he learned how to pass any tests at will. He had actually memorized the exact responses to 28 separate assessments.
Bam.
So
he knew what to say to not come off as crazy. So let's keep going.
While Kemper was originally diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia upon admission, psychiatrists and social workers at Atascadero re-diagnosed him with a personality trait disturbance. Then, after 5 years at Atascadero, the now gigantic 6'9", 285-pound Kemper was granted parole and released from the psychiatric facility on December 18, 1969, which was his 21st birthday. He was released to a halfway house along with a recommendation from the hospital that Kemper not be allowed to return to his mother as it could trigger more violence. But once he was released, there was little to no oversight or management. And without any means of support or assistance, Kemper returned to live with his mother. Once he was staying with his mother again, Kemper's relationship with her became even more toxic than before. The two often had arguments, which the neighbors usually overheard. Kemper later said, "My mother and I started on horrendous battles, just horrible battles, violent and vicious. I've never been in such a vicious verbal battle with anyone. It would go to fists with a man, but this was my mother." Kemper relocated to Alameda to live with a friend after getting a job at the Division of Highways and accumulating enough cash. But that only gave him little relief from his mother, who still frequently called and visited unannounced. And since he often struggled with money, Kemper would end up having to return to his mother's apartment frequently. Kemper would also be involved in 2 motorcycle accidents, one of which rendered his left arm broken, for which he'd receive a $15,000 settlement and use it to purchase a yellow Ford Galaxy. And with that car, he began.
And real quick, you said $15,000 back in 1970, or no, was this 1969?
$15,000 back in
I think this is 1969.
Yeah, in the 2022 it was $98,000.
Hold on, let me look this up. Okay. And then also, the other thing, I know you guys said that he had worked for like the Department of Highways or whatever. Keep in mind, guys, that like, back then, we know I'll talk about this because it's going to come up again.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about how he was able to get that job in other situations as well. Let's keep going.
To practice. Back in the early 70s, hitchhiking was not uncommon among college students on the West Coast, and Kemper would pick up numerous young female hitchhikers over and over and over again as he fantasized what he could do to them and fine-tuned his strategies.
Yeah,
He'd deliver each of them safely to their destination.
Real quick, guys, $15,000 in 1969 is the equivalent in purchasing power of about $124,941 today.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep. That's a lot. Yeah. So he basically got let's just say $125,000 back then in today's dollars for the motorcycle accident. Go ahead. What were you saying?
So yeah, he would pick up 150 hitchhikers before the first killings.
Oh, it was 150?
Yeah, before.
Damn,
He didn't. He will like let them let them
He
go
actually
peacefully.
drove them to their destinations.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was practicing and figuring out how to make them feel comfortable, conversations to have. And you guys are going to see here in a second why he did this and why he took this deliberate route to spend that much time driving random chicks around.
So it was 150.
He's basically an Uber in the 70s.
Yeah, it was 150 before he started killing hitchhikers.
That's a lot, man.
Damn.
God damn. All right, let's keep going.
Hey, man, could have retired. What are you killing people? Never mind. My bad.
I will say it later. Why?
Noting which of his actions was the most effective for gaining the women's trust. Kemper would later discuss these practice runs, sharing that it all started because of his inability to communicate with women.
My inability to communicate socially, sexually, I wasn't impotent. But emotionally, I was impotent. I was scared to death of failing in male-female relationships. I knew absolutely nothing about that whole area, even if just sitting down and talking with a young lady.
Pause.
I need to be able to really communicate. And
man, if he had Fresh and Fit, man, he probably wouldn't have been acting all crazy like this, man. God damn. Let's keep going.
ironically enough, that's why I began picking people up.
He performed these practice runs for more than a year, fine-tuning his strategy, until May 1972. The early 1970s in Santa Cruz was already a terrifying time for residents.
Pause.
John Lindley Frazier, a Charles Manson...
And you guys also got to understand, too, that by him picking up the girls, right, that are hitchhiking, it allows him to kind of break the barrier and interact with women. And because there's like, he's picking them up, so they're kind of forced to interact with them. So it's like him talking to women with training wheels. So for him, since he has like all the social anxiety, he can't approach them and talk to them, he would pick them up because hitchhiking was a thing back then. And then they'd have a natural conversation or whatever. And then he did this. He had to do this for a year. And I didn't know he picked up that many girls, 150. Yeah. He did that 150 different times. That's how much anxiety he had around women, that he had to do this for so long until, he ended up, doing the other stuff.
Yeah, but he wouldn't pick up like just any hitchhiker. He will pick up girls, like young girls that he will feel attracted to, and like they had to be pretty.
So no fat chicks?
No, because he didn't. Back then there was like the hippie movement, and he hated hippie girls because they smelled, they wouldn't shave, and so he wouldn't be just like any girl. It have to be like pretty girls, like middle class girls.
Okay, all right. So he wouldn't. All right, so no fat chicks and no hippie chicks.
Yep.
Shit, he wasn't lying.
Mostly no hippie chicks.
Fair enough. Oath on donate $10. Just showing appreciation to my boys in Angelica. Last shows. Okay, hold on. Last shows have been great. Both the Fed Reacts daytime and night shows. God bless you. Much love. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that greatly. If you guys want to super chat into the show like that, fnfsuperchat.com.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, man. Let's keep going.
Like murderer who killed a Santa Cruz family of 5 had just recently been convicted and sentenced. And another serial killer, Herbert Mullen, was about to begin terrorizing the city just months after Kemper would begin his killings. So between the three of them, the small California town was about to begin a streak of killings that would help it earn the title of murder capital of the world.
Bam.
Look at these tomas.
That's
on May 7th,
earlier.
I'm sorry, it's just that this guy just literally shaved his half of the head and just let the other half with hair.
Yeah, that's not Photoshop.
And
that's real.
That wasn't.
And he left the mustache too.
Wait, that was real?
Yeah.
That's like not Photoshop or anything?
No.
Oh, wow. Go back to that, Mo. He looks crazy. I thought that was like Photoshop or something.
No.
Or like a little edit. So he actually did look like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's not Photoshop.
Business on one side, party on the other. Yeah. That's crazy.
Anyways,
all right,
let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going. Wow.
That's Skrillex, they said.
I thought he was losing hair from dealing all these women.
Skrillex?
Yeah.
Skrillex, man.
I thought he was losing hair from dealing all these women.
Facts.
That would help it earn the title of murder capital of the world. On May 7th, 1972, Ed Kemper would put his long-awaited plans into action, picking up Mary Ann Pichet and Anita Mary Lucchesa, 2 18-year-old Fresno State University students who were hitchhiking. He was supposed to be driving them from Berkeley to Stanford University. But after an hour's drive, he arrived at a remote woodland location close to Alameda that he was familiar with. There, he killed Pichet, then Lucchesa. Kemper then put both women's bodies in his Ford Galaxy's trunk and began driving back to his apartment. And he was nearly caught when he was stopped on his way by a police officer for having a broken taillight.
Oh, wow.
Kemper remained calm and polite and was just issued a warning. But he later confessed that the stop excited him. and how the police officer decided to check Kemper's trunk. Kemper said he would have instantly killed him. Pesce's skull would later be discovered on Loma Prieta Mountain in August of that year. Despite a thorough search, no more of Pesce's remains nor any signs of Lucchesa were ever found. Kemper would later comment on how his first murder was bumped.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I found an interview. Just can find the timestamp. He said that these two girls, they were friends, they were roommates, and there was another girl, like a third girl, that she didn't want to go with them because their parents wouldn't let her hitchhike. So he said in an interview that if he would have the three of them, he probably wouldn't have done like the killings because they will outnumber him.
It would have been too much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
one of them didn't want to go in the car, so the other one had to convince her to hitchhike with him because she didn't want to go in the car because she wouldn't hitchhike. So it was one girl, I think it was like Anita Lucheska, the first girl, she was very used to hitchhike because she will do it like very often, and she will do it like in every country she will go to. Like she loved to hitchhike because back then in the 70s this was like a big thing. Like girls will do this all the time. So yeah,
Wow.
that was a huge thing.
Funny because Ted Bundy used to pick up hitchhikers too and kill them. So, and it's wild because these guys, right? Like Ted Bundy and this guy, both charming, not ugly dudes. Pause. Especially Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, like the girl. I remember when he went to his trial, girls were showing up there trying to like bang him. And
The
stuff.
man married in prison.
He got married in prison.
He had a girlfriend, and he had a girlfriend, mistress, and wife.
Yeah, he was out here pimping it, man.
Yeah.
He was serial killer, killing chicks, bro, but still had getting girls. Like
Insane.
Richard Ramirez too. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, man, clout is the number
The
one thing.
Menendez brothers married when they were in prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They married when they were in prison. Both of them.
Wow.
We talk about women,
Yeah,
bro.
I know, bro. I know shit. Wow, right? All right. Saturn Halo 2 donates $1. Hey, man, I just want to say thank you for what you do. Your motivation for men. They help motivate me to lose weight anyway. God bless. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that greatly.
Nor any signs of Lucchesa were ever found. Kemper would later comment on how his first murder was bumbling and how he should have been caught.
I thought I was pretty slick and went and tripped all over myself. That first two murders, the first 24 hours, there were 3 clear times I should have been busted, and I wasn't. Because 3 different individuals or 3 different groups of people got scared and minded their own business and looked the other way.
Kemper's next victim was Aiko Ku, a 15-year-old dance student who was hitchhiking to a dance class after she missed her bus. Kemper would pick her up and strangle her.
Yeah, I'm killing Japanese chicks too.
I go cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I think if I'm not mistaken, this was the chick because there was one girl that
He shot all these chicks too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, because the dumbass will try to strangle them by putting not strangle them, like asphyxiate them by putting the fingers up the nose.
Suffocate.
That's the word. Yeah, thank you, Mo. And they wouldn't die because they were breathing through their
So
mouth.
he just sucked at strangling them?
Yeah, he just was like
He was a trash serial killer.
He was very stupid. He was trying to strangle them. It wouldn't work out. And then he was trying to suffocate them. It wouldn't work out. So he was like, okay, let me shoot them.
Wow.
Or stop them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, so he tried, because I was thinking in my head, like, most serial killers strangle like that. Like that's how Ted Bundy did
Yeah.
it. Ted Bundy used to really enjoy that. Like he would strangle them, and then like they'd pass out, and then he'd let them come back to life. Who else did that?
But he did strangle some of them.
Okay, so he was successful
Some
with
of them,
some.
but there was some like he was
That he
like
failed.
Yeah.
And he's 6'9", like, bro, 280. What are you doing? And then Samuel Little, the serial killer with the most kills, actually.
Mike, what are you doing? Like, you should try harder. Kill better.
I mean, 6'9", 280. Like, come on, bro.
It shouldn't be that hard, bro.
What are you doing?
It shouldn't be that hard.
What are you doing, man?
Oh my god.
I'm like, bro, he could overpower
What's
at
the
least
height, man?
Facts.
Should be in the NBA. Nigga, you out here strangling bitches, failing.
Oh God.
Yeah, so,
Should be better, dude.
Yeah, come on, man.
6'9",
bro,
come on.
he worried about the wrong shooting.
Yeah, he would definitely worry about the wrong shit. And then the other thing too, right, is what was I gonna say? See this guy mess me up, goddammit, Mo.
And
Go
something else. The 2 first girls that he killed, this guy was insane. Because he handcuffed one of them. I think it was Pesce, Maria Pesce, that they didn't find the body. He brushed one of their breasts with the back part of his hand while he was trying to handcuff her, and then he was like, "Whoops, I'm sorry, dude," and then he killed her. And
Wait. He tried to what?
when he was trying to handcuff the girl,
Yeah.
when he was handcuffing the girl,
Yeah.
he brushed the back of his hand with one of his breasts.
Oh,
The girl's breast.
he accidentally touched her boob.
Yeah, and accidentally. And
Yeah.
he was like, he felt so embarrassed. He was like, "Whoops, I'm sorry." While he was
What?
handcuffing the girl.
He's trying
till
to-
later,
I know about to violently murder you, but I didn't mean to touch your boob
Yeah,
there. I'm sorry.
literally, he
so
was
sorry.
like, "I'm going to rape your body after you're dead, but like, I'm sorry for
God
touching your
damn,
boob."
Angie.
That's
We're
what
on
he
YouTube,
did.
nigga.
But that was what he said.
God damn.
That's what he did.
Yeah, I know that's what he did, but
Just say,
goddamn.
just say force. Force.
Yeah, like you.
Force my-
yeah.
This
force
guy
your
was
body.
a necrophilic.
Yeah, but goddamn, man, you had to say all that. But yeah,
Come on.
yeah, the other person that used to like Samuel Little, by the way, he has the most kills of all serial killer history. We covered him too. I think he has like something like 60 something. He strangled every single one of them. I think only one he drowned, but all of them he's strangled because he said he didn't like blood.
I think it was the Green River Killer too. He also strangled his
Yes, he
victims.
strangled all of them as well. So, yeah, a lot of serial killers, man, love strangling. So I guess this guy Ed Kemper tried and failed with a couple of them. But yeah, I did not know that he sucked.
But what is funny is that he tried to suffocate them by pushing his
like
his
you
finger,
did this shit. Like,
and the girl was like breathing through through her mouth. Yeah, literally. Literally.
oh man.
I mean, at least he was a gentleman, you know. What
I
I'm saying?
guess. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to touch your breast there. I'm sorry.
What a nice guy,
I'm
you know.
sorry. All right, let's keep going.
What a nice guy. These girls should. Never mind.
After Kemper murdered Koo, he was due before a panel of psychiatrists for follow-up parole requirement. Kemper told them what he knew they wanted to hear, and the two doctors on the panel concluded that there was no reason to consider Kemper a threat to anyone. They congratulated each other on having rehabilitated a killer child, and both of them recommended that Kemper's juvenile record be expunged to give him a better shot at becoming a better citizen.
All right, pause.
The judge disagreed with sealing Kemper.
Yeah, that's a L. You didn't rehabilitate anything, but they didn't know. They didn't know. And another thing too, guys, when they say, "Oh, we're gonna expunge a record," that's BS. I mean, in today's day and age, because nowadays, when you get arrested, anytime you get arrested, you're gonna get your fingerprints rolled into the system, and it's gonna be put into the National Crime and Information Center or NCIC, right, or Index, whatever it is. It's NCIC. And they'll be able, and that generates an FBI number, and they'll always be able to pull up that arrest, right? They might not necessarily be able to go ahead and retrieve the records if you're a juvenile, but that arrest is always going to show. But I want to say this. Back then in the 70s, they didn't have a standardized interstate database to show all this stuff. Policing was not necessarily sophisticated as it is now. They didn't have DNA, they didn't have technology, they didn't work together. That's why a lot of serial killers in the 70s, etc., were able to make things happen and go undetected, especially someone like Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy is a big reason why they need an interstate database to keep track of criminals, because he was killing women in like 7 or 8 different states. He was traveling all over the place because they didn't necessarily have the capability to connect all the law enforcement agencies together through the computer and the internet. Mo, you had something, or was it Angie? Somebody I saw.
Somebody said that he's Edmund Kemper is related to Mr. Retardo.
Oh Lord, Mr. Retardo. Are we gonna go into that again? All right.
Kemper's record, but didn't have any grounds to fight it. Kemper delighted in both the secret charade as well as his ability to pull off such a feat. Just one day after murdering Koo, he drove away with a clean bill of health and a criminal record wiped clean. Kemper would lay low for a while, reveling
Pause.
in and fantasizing about.
An expungement back then probably would have carried more weight because they didn't have the interstate database.
Oh, another fun fact. I think it was the first Asian girl that he killed.
Oh, the 15-year-old.
There was one girl that he locked himself out of the car, and he had the gun under the seat.
Oh.
And the girl let him in again, and that's when he grabbed the gun and killed her.
Oh my God,
This
bro.
this girl, this time it's the girl.
L, female.
Yeah.
She could have shot him, ended him right there. And we wouldn't be reacting to this documentary right now. We would have been reacting to it for a different reason. We'd be like, dumbest criminal ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
The girl
man.
let him in again. Insane.
All right. Stupid. Shout out to Angie with these little tidbit facts on the side. I appreciate that.
I did watch a bunch of videos.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we were supposed to cover this guy a while ago, but like,
Yeah.
something else always came up, or she would do a poll and you guys would vote for
Yeah.
somebody else. So
No,
this-
and I do
y'all
want
been
to
asking
say,
about this guy for a year at least.
for the guys that ask, like, where do I come with this stuff? Like, I love true crime. I've loved true crimes forever, and I've researched these guys ages ago. Like, I've known Ed Kemper for ages ago. Like, so yeah, this guy is like an easy peasy for me.
Fair enough.
I have a. Do
Go
you
ahead.
think the Asian girl that that failed? Do you think like maybe she was turned on by him still? Like maybe she was still having a
No.
crush on
Wait,
him?
she wasn't the one that he got locked in the car with, right? The Asian one.
He locked himself out of the car.
But was it with the Asian girl?
Yeah.
Oh, she was the one that could have. Oh,
Yeah.
she was 15.
And she was 15, and I think it was because she was too scared, Mo. She was like in shock because he had pointed the gun at her before he locked himself out of the car, and then he locked.
How do you
himself,
do that? Like, how do you? Hey,
Because
bitch, don't move.
He probably wanted
I'm gonna
to
put this here, and I'll be right back. And he gets out the car.
No.
I left the key
No,
inside.
the thing that what I think it was because what happened is that he wanted to go on the other side of the car to get her out and put it, because this is what he will do. He will put the victims in the trunk after they he
Killed them, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he was trying to get her out of the car, and accidentally he locked himself out when he was trying to get her, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Because she's in the passenger seat. He was trying to
No,
grab her.
I understand that. And
Close-
guys, also keep in mind, these are old cars. This is
Uh-huh.
70s.
Yeah.
Like, if you lock yourself out of the car, there ain't no automatic button. Like, let me back in. Like, no, it's old, bro. You gotta hit the little thing
Yeah.
like this. You gotta roll the window. So, yeah, this old school stuff. But yeah, man, that was L on her end. All right,
Yep.
let's keep going. Oh, and then real quick, guys, we got 1,100 y'all watching on YouTube right now. Do me a solid, guys, and like the video. Let's get to 1,000 likes on YouTube, man. I really appreciate that. Hit that like button on YouTube. Smash that like
video.
button. Yeah, like the video.
Like
See,
the
Angie,
video.
go ahead and even wrote it out for you guys on a notepad.
Like the video, like
So,
the video.
yeah, like the video. Let's hit 1,000 likes, goddammit. All right, let's keep going.
His past murders. He continued picking up hitchhikers, releasing them, and learning. But as the fighting with his mother continued and escalated, the strong urge to kill returned. And on January 7th, 1973, Kemper, now living with his mother
Mo,
again,
pause real quick.
picked up 18...
Mo, let's pin on the top of the chat, by the way, fnfsuperchat.com. Guys, if you want to super chat into the show, fnfsuperchat.com. I know some of you guys have issues with Rumble Rants, or if you're watching on YouTube and you want to be able to super chat into the show, fnfsuperchat.com. Let's keep going.
Got it.
18-year-old student, Cindy Shaw, while driving around the Cabrillo College campus. He would shoot and kill her. By this point, police had connected the co-ed killings to each other. As a result, they increased the bus schedule and strongly warned the students against hitchhiking. Also, students had been warned to only accept rides from cars with university stickers. But since Kemper's mother worked at the college, he was able to get such a sticker himself. Then, 1 month later, February 5th, Kemper had another argument with his mother, after which he stormed out of his house in search of possible victims. On campus, he came across students Allison Liu, 20 years old, and Rosalind Thorpe, 23. Once they entered his car, he shot and killed them both. Kemper had no preference for how he murdered his victims, whether it be strangling, shooting, stabbing, or smothering. His only consistency was the treatment of their corpses, where his MO included necrophilia, rape, and other horrific violations. Kemper would later confess that performing such acts with his victims' corpses allowed him the ultimate control of his victims, and that he relished having the corpses all to himself. He would freely discuss during later
Pause real
interviews
quick.
what may have started.
This is common, very common among serial killers, guys. John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Ed Kemper that you guys are seeing now. These guys, most serial killers actually, they really get off on control. That is what they want, is control of the victim. And also the Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway, all these guys, like, that's their sexual fantasy, is like not only the killing itself, but it's the control of the individual during the killing and after the fact with the corpse, these sick bastards. So that's what you're gonna see that theme with serial killers. Mo, I can see you laughing in the back. What's up?
I just thought of something fucked up.
No, and also earlier. Why are you laughing?
I thought of something messed up.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead,
No,
Angie.
that earlier when he killed the first cat when he was 10, he stated that he derived pleasure from successfully lying to his family about the cat. So He was also like a manipulative man.
You like the
know?
deception? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough in getting away with it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll probably say it later, bro.
What? It's crazy?
I can
insane.
say it now.
Go ahead.
He kind of got taste. he kind of got good taste.
What?
He's got good taste
How does he got good taste?
in his search criteria.
Like the girls are pretty? What are you talking
Oh,
about?
okay. I'm over here like, wait, what are you talking about? Okay. All right, Mo. Whatever. You fucking weirdo.
Started his need to dismember bodies, as well as what was going through his mind after he would do so.
I could put it on an incident. I mean, my father chopping the heads off of our 2 pet chickens and my mother insisting that I eat them for dinner. You know, we could say it was something that simple. I don't think it was.
Oh,
Now,
wait.
my dad heads
Mo.
out back with a hatchet.
There is also this interview. He said that, but there is another interview that he said that when he was a child, he went to a magician, and this magician had like a trick where he will have like a guillotine, and then he will choose like a girl from the public, and he said that a volunteer was a girl that was very pretty, and he got fascinated at how pretty the girl was. And when the guillotine went down, and of course this is a magic trick, she didn't die, they didn't cut the head. When the guillotine went down, he was like, he derived, what's the word? Derived.
Revived.
Yeah, he derived like a fantasy of killing, like of taking off a pretty girl's head off. So yeah,
So
he
he
said it in an interview that's what, like, you know, like ignited the
yeah.
the
It seems
urge
like
to-
he has a type. He likes
Yeah.
thin, young women is what he likes, it seems to me.
pretty women.
Yeah.
Very
Thin,
young women.
attractive females, which actually Ted Bundy too. Same way.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy really liked fit, attractive young women between 18 to 25 with dark hair. That's what he
Yeah.
liked.
Fit, feminine, friendly, nice.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Yeah.
well, I thought you liked bigger girls though.
Huh?
I thought you would like bigger chicks,
I'm more.
He said he liked black women.
No.
which ends up being bigger chicks.
No.
Bill said that you like ratchet girls.
I know. I used to.
Black-
I
black
used
ratchet
to,
girls.
but I'm more used now. I'm like these days. It's
Anything you can get.
not. I mean, I'm ready to eat for everyone. Hey, listen, I be on demon time. man.
Oh, well, yeah, we know that, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
All right,
All right.
let's keep going.
Although my type is Latinas that don't speak English. That's normally my.
Good taste, sir. Good taste. All right.
I got on my bike and I tried to stop it. I remember that. I got on the bike, rode around the block. I was crying. I haven't talked about that for a lot of years. I'm sure that may have implemented something, that may have gotten something rolling, but along fantasy lines. But it took a lot of years of development along those lines to really get off.
A couple of months after the murder of Allison Liu, a records clerk at the police department was inspecting the bill of sale for a particular firearm. She noticed that the purchaser's criminal record, which was officially expunged, could be faintly seen through the blackout marks. She could make out that the person was previously involved in a murder in another county north of Santa Cruz.
Oh,
The man
here we
attempting
go.
to buy the firearm was Ed Kemper. Gotcha, bitch! By this time, Kemper was well known and well liked by local police, as he would regularly hang out with the off-duty officers after work at a local bar called the Jury Room. Like he'd done with so many psychiatrists, prison staff, and other professionals
Pause.
before them, Kemper came off
Angie, check to see if that bar still exists, the jury room. Probably not, but
I
let's
think
see.
it does.
What?
I think it does.
If it still exists, that's going to be crazy. Let's keep going, Mo.
It must be like something like, you know, Eileen Werner's, where she used
Yeah,
to hang
her
out.
bar
It must
still
be like
exists.
a museum kind of thing.
Go ahead, Mo.
to the officers as personable, likable, and seemingly as harmless as they come. Big Ed, as they referred to him, would spend hours discussing guns, ammunition, and other topics of interest with the officers. Although Kemper was friendly with police, none of the officers were interested in being the one who would have to confiscate the gun from the towering Big Ed. The most junior of the detectives
Yeah,
of the
it
sheriff's
says-
department, Michael Alufi, would end up being tasked with confiscating the gun
Yeah.
from
It
Kemper,
exists?
Yep.
who was not at all considered a suspect in
Pause.
the disappearances
Where's
at
it
the
at?
time.
It's in California.
Where?
The address is 712 Ocean Street, Santa Cruz, California.
Wow, it still exists.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Mo, if you can't pull it up on Google, let's see. This is where Ed Kemper used to,
Yeah.
I guess, get drunk with the cops. and,
It must be like, guys, I'm telling you, like
and
the
gain
aliens,
information on
Say-
people.
like
Say it
the
again,
aliens,
Angie.
The jury room. Oh, 712.
712.
712 Ocean Street, Santa Cruz, California.
And while we pull that up, guys, we only got
It's,
600 something likes on this video, but there's how many of y'all in here? There's 1,100 you ninjas in here, but we only got 697 likes. Guys, we should be at 1,000 likes easy. Guys, they demonetize us on YouTube. The haters are coming. People talk smack. It is what it is. We're continuing to give you all this content. A lot of creators would pretty much cry and be like, oh, no, I'm not going to do anything on YouTube anymore. Bro, we're still here for y'all. You know, making free content, no AdSense revenue. It is a hit. It is what it is. But we're doing it anyway because we want you guys to be able to get this content. So the only thing I ask, man, you don't have to donate $1 to the show. If you do, I really appreciate it. CastleClub.tv. Go ahead and support us over there. It's only $100 for the year or $20 a month. But the only thing I ask is that you guys like the video. Let's get up to 1,000 likes, man, because like I said before, we got 1,100 of y'all watching on YouTube, and we got another, let's see here, 1,000 watching on Rumble. So, guys, let's get the likes up on YouTube. Open up another tab if you're watching it on Rumble, and click the like button. Really appreciate it. Hell, if we can get 2,000 likes, that'd be even better. But here it is right here. The jury room, it looks like. Can we go on a Google map on this thing? It's always cool to see these like old locations.
Yeah.
Like what they are now, how they're like now.
The fact that it's still on.
Oh, just click the
since
picture, Mo.
70s.
On the left. Yeah, click the picture. Yeah, there you go. Bam. Oh, wow. That's really it.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it has the same old ugly sign. Zoom in on that bad boy. Sports bar, live music, cocktails. Wow. Wow. Well, where's it at? Like go back a bit. It's probably in the plaza. I want to see. Oh, this is it?
That's it. That little thing.
That little green room? That little green thing? No, that ain't it.
Yeah.
Oh,
apparently
yeah, that is it.
Can you check the review pictures, Mo? I want to see how it's inside.
Yeah, they got to have like Ed Kemper pictures in there or something.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
4.4.
Wow.
What?
The picture, look at this. No, just press one picture and then you go from there.
Yeah, scroll down, Mo. Right there. Yeah, click the...
Click any picture.
Yeah.
And then you okay.
Because I don't want to click that.
Yeah, it's ugly nigga, man.
Yeah.
Dudes be taking pictures like that and putting it on their Tinder thinking they're going to get chicks, bro.
Oh, look at that. Well, it looks exactly like the pictures from the 70s, so they probably like didn't change much. And when they say Edmund Kemper with his cop mates, he did have like a lot of like friends, cop friends.
Yeah. Yep. Wow.
And he has a lot of reviews. Well, you guys make sure to check it out.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, go check it out if you want to. With the bar where Ed Kemper plays. Oh, Paris was unprofessional. She left him a $1 tip. Oh, Lord. Paris must have been one of them boys. Oh, man.
Funny.
All right.
Funny.
Let's go back to the documentary. Unappreciative females, man. What else is new?
We're talking about women, bro.
Come
Yeah, we're
on, it
talking
was
about women,
$1 tip.
Yeah, I know.
talking about women,
Yeah,
bro.
but still, man. It's fucked up.
we talking
Laugh at him in his face? Goddamn.
We talking about women, bro.
All right, let's keep going.
Alufi and his partner drove to Kemper's home on a quiet suburban street just before Kemper was arriving home. They informed him that they needed to retrieve his gun to make sure he was authorized to have it. And without incident, Kemper opened his trunk and allowed the officers to retrieve the gun bundled in a towel. Alufi noticed that the trunk, oddly, had absolutely nothing in it. No liner, just a bare trunk. But he didn't think much of it. They returned to the station, turned the gun in, and thought nothing further of it. Having taken the lives of his grandparents and 6 young women without suspicion, Kemper was about to embark on the murder he dreamed of since he was 8 years old.
It was springtime. It was April. And for 2 months I hadn't killed. And I said, it's not going to happen to any more girls. It's got to stay between me and my mother. And I can't get away from her. We're still fighting. She's still belittling me. I'm like a puppet on a string, and I entertain her. She knows all my buttons, and I dance like a puppet with that pain. And it even got physical. So here I pick up these 2 young ladies in Berkeley on Ashby Avenue. Petite little dolls. I want to see how together I am, if I can resist this temptation.
The girls asked Kemper if he's going in their direction.
And they get in my car. They want to go one way. I know they need to go the other. If they go the way they're insisting on, we're headed right back out to where the first two co-eds were murdered. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God, all I got to do is relax, and they'll take me to their death. I've got the gun in the car, the same one I've been doing it with. I insisted. As gently as I could, I took them where they needed to go, to their college.
The girls got out of the car and thanked Kemper.
That was 1 week before I murdered my mother. I said, she's got to die, and I've got to die, or girls like that are going to die. And that's when I decided I'm going to murder my mother.
God damn, bro.
On April 20th,
Yeah.
Bro, murdering his own mom's though, bro.
Misogyny.
Let's keep going.
1973, after returning from a party, Kemper's mother, now 52, awakened her son when she arrived home.
And she went out to a party, she got soused, she came home, went to sleep. I was woken up by that, came out, I walked up to her bed, she's laying there reading a paperback, as many thousands of nights before. And she said, oh, I suppose you're going to want to sit up all night and talk now. Shit. I looked at her, I said, no. I said, good night. And I knew I was going to kill her, you know? And I was so cold, it's so hard. And that's the first time in 10 years I've looked at it that way. I mean, that intensely, that honestly. It hurts.
Then he waited for her to nod off, crept back into her room, and stabbed and beat her to death.
And what's her closing words? I suppose you want to sit up all night and talk. God, I wish I had.
I guess that's what triggered
Then,
him.
fearing that his mother's best friend...
Say what?
Nah, because you said, I guess you want to stay up all night and talk, and that's what pissed him off. Let's keep going.
Did they say about the head that he buried in the backyard?
I don't think yet. No.
So there was a girl, Cindy, that he killed and he beheaded her, and the head he buried in his mother's backyard, in front of his mother's room. So whenever she will like peek out the window, she will see the head. What? And he did it because, according to him, his mom always wanted people to look up to her.
What?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
What the fuck?
All right. Angie, what the hell were you watching before you came here? You got these random crazy facts, man.
I watch everything about this guy.
I guess so.
You find out Angie be on demon time, bro.
Yeah, man. What's going on here, bro?
Fatality.
All right. Let's keep going.
Sarah Hallett would him. Like he'd done with so many psychiatrists, prison staff, and...
You got to go home tonight, Angie. I just feel safe around you, man.
Come on.
All right, let's get...
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, you got to go home tonight, man. I don't feel safe around you right now, bro. Yeah, you might get some crazy ideas, man. Next thing you know, we ain't going to have our Money Monday. It's going to be Murder Monday. Fresh gonna be sitting at this table by himself, nigga. You going to be like, where's Myron?
You're saying it as if I did it.
Yeah, man. What's going on here, man?
Come on.
Are you going here?
This is the sauce that you guys asked for. Come on now.
Oh,
Complaining
man.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for
Facts. Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Just keep playing the documentary, man.
Yeah, Mo is having too much fun.
Yeah.
Hey, where'd he go?
Yeah, man. Just keep playing the documentary.
All right, facts. Okay, all right.
delighted. She arrived, and Kemper strangled her to death as well. Kemper placed both bodies in a closet and fled the area. Taking caffeine pills to keep awake for the more than 1,500-mile drive, he drove nonstop to Pueblo, Colorado. After driving for 3 days without sleeping, Kemper arrived in Pueblo, but couldn't find any news about the killings of his mother or her friend on the radio.
Ted Bundy
But still
did the same
suspecting
thing.
police had discovered their bodies and
Ted Bundy operated in California, Oregon, Washington, Colorado, Utah, etc. So, yeah, also drove cross-country a lot. Went all the way to Florida to kill chicks. Man, these dudes are wild. Let's keep going.
were likely onto him. Kemper found a phone booth and began to make a call. 2 weeks after Detective Alufi visited Kemper to retrieve the towel-wrapped gun from his bare trunk, a Santa Cruz Police Department received a phone call at 5 a.m. in the morning. It was Ed Kemper, freely admitting
They saying Fresh and Angie coming.
What?
to killing his mother and her
They saying Fresh and Angie tomorrow. The chat.
Come on.
She gonna replace me?
Yeah.
I'll be dead somewhere.
Never. That will never happen. No.
Yeah. All right.
Guys, if you don't see me
With the
tomorrow,
officer
guys,
taking
I'm
the
not
call.
alive.
No, stop now.
Her name is
Come
Angelica
on.
Camacho. She lives at. No, I'm just kidding. If I'm gone tomorrow. Well, wait. Well, I don't snitch or anything, but it was her that did it. If y'all don't see me tomorrow, bro.
Bro, just call the police right now. Just
Yeah,
be
man.
like,
No, never.
Bro.
just be
Come
like,
on.
yo,
If I'm gone,
federal office. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
Angie, whatever.
Yep.
It's Angie. She did it.
y'all know who it is.
Whatever they said she did that. She
Yep.
guilty as charged.
Angelica
bro.
Camacho, y'all know it's
Can you
her.
imagine something actually happens to you? People that actually believe it's me.
Yeah, it's her.
Yep.
She did it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stop now.
All right, let's keep going.
Stop this bullying. This is bullying, you guys.
Yeah,
I'm being
alright.
bullied right now.
didn't take the Big Ed that they used to hang out with at the jury room seriously. He advised Kemper to contact them later. Kemper did, but again was met with disbelief and assumed to be a prank. Kemper
couldn't
called yet
believe it.
again and urged them to send Detective Luffy, who had recently been to his mother's home to confiscate his weapon, to return there to check and confirm his story. Kemper also confessed to killing the 6 co-ed students. Then, he waited for the police to come and arrest him. Police rushed to the home of Kemper's mother and found the home undisturbed. There was no indication of the murder until they turned over his mother's mattress and found it soaked in blood. Nearby was a cryptic note left by Kemper, which read, "Not sloppy and incomplete, gents. Just a lack of time. I got things to do. Approximately 5:15 a.m. Saturday. No need for her to suffer anymore at the hands of this horrible, murderous butcher. It was quick, asleep, the way I wanted it." Ed Kemper was taken into custody. Thrilled by the notoriety of being a serial killer, once Kemper was apprehended, he began compulsively confessing. He provided long and detailed confessions that seemed unending to officers. He delighted in detailing to anyone who would listen, the crimes he committed, in chilling and graphic detail. Crimes so pathological, the officers were left disturbed. And with Kemper's arrest, police finally discovered why the co-ed killer had eluded them for so long. As he was hanging out with the police at the jury room, Kemper was observing their strategies relating to his case and gleaning how they planned to identify and catch him. That inside information gave him an upper hand in eluding them.
They buy me a beer, I'd buy them a beer. Casual relationships, but I was poking around a little bit trying to find some things out. I knew they wouldn't be privy to hot information, but there were some things that were bothering me, like were there any speculations on how they were dying?
Did the cops like you?
Like I said, a friendly nuisance. I got in the way, and it was deliberate. Again, friendly nuisances are dismissed.
Bam.
Why did Kemper kill? Experts have concluded that all of Kemper's earlier killings were simply a symbolic rehearsal for killing his mother. And once he'd accomplished killing her, he no longer needed to kill. And that's why he turned himself in.
He will call it surrogates. He will call the girls that he killed surrogates for his mother, who was like his lair target.
Oh wow. It was
Yeah.
all a practice run.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah, and then he kind of like in the series that I saw, he kind of like made it seem as if he was just mad that people were confusing his killings with these other serial killers guys that they were doing.
The other 2 guys that were operating in that area at the time.
So he was like, okay, they're never gonna catch me if I don't confess. And he kind of like called one of his friends, cop friends, and he was like, yeah, you know those girls that you guys found the bodies? That was me, and nobody believed him.
Yeah, they laughed at him. They thought he was
Yeah.
pranking them because he
Yeah.
used to hang out with them. So, yeah. The first time he called, they didn't take him seriously. Then he called again. That's when they finally
Yeah.
said, "No, we'll go check out the house."
Because it was when he started like describing how he did it.
Yeah.
That's when they started to believe him.
Okay.
They were
That's
like,
what
what?
happened.
It was what? They were like, what? It was you?
Yeah.
Stop
it
the
was
cap.
you.
Come on,
Bro.
Stop the cap.
Like, come on, man! You
Stop
brought
the
me a
cap.
Bud Light the other day.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not Bud
Stop the
Light
cap.
because that's a part of the other.
Yeah. Beers on you tonight.
Yeah,
That's part of the ow.
yeah, that's a part of the other team.
That's crazy.
No, I mean ow.
All right, let's keep going.
Kemper, on the other hand, claims his motives were different. When asked in an interview why he turned himself in, he claimed he sensed the police had found him out when Sergeant Luffy came to confiscate his gun. He figured they were playing a game of cat and mouse with him, and that they were fully aware he was the murderer. And so, to spare his mother the embarrassment of learning that he was the co-ed butcher, he claims he killed her, similar to what he stated in the cryptic note that he left. In a separate interview, however, Kemper claimed that the reason he turned himself in was that The original purpose was gone. It wasn't serving any physical, real, or emotional purpose. It was just a waste of time. Emotionally, I couldn't handle it much longer. I just said to hell with it and called it all off. On May 7, 1973, Kemper was charged with 8 counts of first-degree murder. After learning of his detailed and exhaustive confession, Kemper's defense team had no defense options, other than to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. Kemper's trial began on October 23, 1973.
You got that Justin Bieber haircut.
3 psychiatrists
Yeah, that Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
selected by the court deemed Kemper to be legally sane. On November 8th, after just 5 hours of deliberation, the jury of 6 men and 6 women found Kemper guilty on all 8 counts of first-degree murder. Prior to sentencing, the judge asked Kemper what he thought his punishment should be. That was an easy question for Kemper, since he had this moment since childhood.
Yeah.
His response to the judge was that he felt that he should be tortured to death.
Damn.
But since there was a moratorium on capital punishment in California, Ed Kemper was sentenced to 8 life sentences.
I mean, W accountability, but he probably knew in the back of his mind that the death penalty was off the table, so he was like, you know, let me sound better.
That was easy.
He found a side when he was a kid with games like the electric chair and the gas chamber, because he will find the side that he will get killed like that.
Yeah.
He's
For him,
still-
killing was... Kill hub, in this case. All right, let's keep going.
Gas chambers.
Yeah. We're still on YouTube.
Come on. Come on now.
To be served concurrently. Edmund Kemper is serving out his prison term at the California Medical Facility State Prison at Vacaville, north of San Francisco. Not surprisingly, given Kemper's apparently likable personality wherever he goes, Kemper has been considered a model prisoner. And, ironically, given his crimes, he makes guards, prison staff, and inmates alike feel comfortable in his presence. At one point, he was in charge of scheduling inmates' appointments with psychiatrists. And he was also the coordinator of a project called the Blind Project, a nonprofit project to help blind inmates. Kemper voiced over 5,000 hours of narration for the project, resulting in hundreds of audiobooks. Since he's been in prison, Kemper has granted, and no doubt delighted in, numerous
real quick,
in-depth
guys.
interviews.
Do me a favor, guys. Again, only 872 likes. Let's get 130 more likes so that we can hit 1,000 likes. We got 1,100 y'all watching on YouTube, and then another 1,100 you guys watching on Rumble. Literally 50% split down the middle. Either way, we appreciate you guys supporting. You don't got to send in a Rumble rant. You don't got to send in a super chat. You don't have to send in or join castleclub.tv. But the only thing I ask is you like the video. And follow us on Rumble too, man. It's free. Support the channel, man.
Another fun fact is that this guy, he would like to play with the interviewers or like the people that will, you know, have interviews with him. Because there were some interviews, well, the interview will have like a panic button behind, like under the table.
Yeah.
And he will play and will say, I wonder how long it will take the guards outside to get here before I behead you and I take your head and I kill you here. It will take me literally like 2 minutes. You are 5'2", I'm 6'9", and he will play like that.
You mess with them?
Yeah. He will do that
This
often.
dude. Yeah, he's like, screw it. Y'all can't do nothing else to me. I already got life in here, and they
And-
can't kill me, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some interviewers that got scared and they will press the button. They will count like the time, how long it will take them, and the cops, they will take them like 30 minutes to get to the room.
Yeah. I mean, in prisons, guys, yeah, because you like every door that you open needs to have another door closed for
Yeah.
it to open. So it's very difficult to navigate through jails a lot of the times or
Yeah.
prisons. So I'm not surprised. Let's keep going.
For documentaries and other productions covering his life and crimes. He's also been the subject of multiple books, movies, television miniseries, and even songs. He was the inspiration for the character of Buffalo Bill in the 1988 novel Silence of the Lambs, and a number of others. And several songs have even been released that feature quotes or excerpts from his vast library of interviews. Kemper has also worked extensively with the FBI. In the 1970s, the FBI began a project where they would visit serial killers in prison to help them understand and identify them. Kemper was one of those killers. As a result of interviews during that era, FBI agents were able to identify some common serial killer characteristics and backgrounds that we had not known until that point, including that they typically tortured animals as children. In one interview with Kemper, reporter Robert Ressler recalled a terrifying encounter that occurred during his 3rd interview with Kemper at Vacaville Prison. Ressler had already had 2 previous visits with Kemper, where he was accompanied by at least one other person. But on this 3rd visit, Ressler felt that he had established a rapport with Kemper, so he decided to interview him alone. They spoke in a tiny locked cell near death row for 4 hours. Then, once they concluded their talk, Ressler pressed a very audible buzzer to summon a guard to come let him out. But no one came, so Ressler continued to talk. After a few minutes passed, Ressler pressed the buzzer again. No response. A full 15 minutes later, when there was still no appearance from the guard, Ressler pressed the buzzer again. Still, no response. Ressler tried to remain as calm-looking and unconcerned about the lack of response as he possibly could. But Kemper quickly picked up on his reaction and commented, "Relax, they're changing the shift, feeding the guys in the secure area." Kemper then smiled and stood up, re-revealing his enormous size to Ressler. Then he added, "Might be 15, 20 minutes before they come and get you." Ressler panicked, but tried not to show it. Kemper continued, "If I went in here, you'd be in a lot of trouble, wouldn't you? I could screw your head off and place it on the table to greet the guard."
There you go.
Realizing that Kemper was completely correct, Ressler tried to fill what seemed like an eternity with talking and bluffing. He told Kemper that he'd be in deep trouble if he messed with him. Kemper responded, "What could they do? Cut off my TV privileges?" Ressler threatened long-term solitary confinement. But Kemper shrugged the threat off and reasoned that whatever period of solitary he would get would pale in comparison to the prestige he gained in prison from killing an FBI agent. Ressler was now in full-on panic mode, but he tried to remain composed. He reflected on how dumb he'd been to decide to interview Kemper alone, suddenly realizing that he'd fallen victim to Stockholm Syndrome, where victims begin to identify with their captors, then trust them as a result.
Yep.
Despite having been the chief instructor for hostage scenarios, Ressler found that he had fallen victim to the very condition that he taught others to look out for. His mind raced to determine his next move. He decided to continue the #1 strategy for hostage scenarios: talk. So he said to Kemper, "Surely you don't think I'd come in here without some method of defending myself, do you?" Kemper replied, "Don't shit me, Ressler. They wouldn't let you up here with any weapons on you." He was right, of course. Ressler verbally sparred back and forth with Kemper to both buy time and allow himself to regain his composure. And then finally, a guard arrived. From then on, it became FBI policy to never allow an agent to interview a convicted killer, rapist, or child molester alone. In 2015, 42 years into his sentence, Kemper suffered a stroke.
Yeah, you can never, yeah, that's just bad practice to interview anybody by yourself. You always want a witness so that you have someone else that can testify to what was said. And then nowadays, right, you interview and you use a recorder as well. So, but yeah, I mean, that was foolish. I mean, you never want to, I mean, number one, you want to be in shape so that, you know, someone, this is why it's so important to like always be in shape and shit. Like I would,
I don't think it even being in shape, Myron. 6'9", 300
yeah,
pounds.
6'9" to 80. Yeah, you want somebody else in there with you. You don't want to be an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is why it's important to have some combat training, etc. Because a lot of tall guys can't necessarily fight. So, but yeah, that was an L on his part. He should have definitely had a partner with him. But it is what it is. 1970s were different. What else? Let's keep going.
This brought his volunteer efforts with the Blind Project to an end, and resulted in him being declared mentally disabled. In 2019, he was said to be, at least partially, confined to a wheelchair, doesn't bathe, and has essentially given up on life. He's generally in very poor health, suffering from diabetes, heart problems, and other ailments. Kemper was first eligible for parole in 1979. His parole would be denied that year, as well as in subsequent hearings every year until 1982. Between 1985 and 2017, Kemper would come up for 9 more parole hearings, 4 of which he waived his right to, and the remaining 5 of which resulted in his parole being denied. At his 1988 hearing, once he was denied, Kemper stated, "Society is not ready in any shape or form for me. I can't fault them for that." And at his 2007 denial, the prosecutor stated, "We don't care how much of a model prisoner he is because of the enormity of his crimes." Kemper's next eligible parole date will be in 2024, at which time he'll be 76 years old. Aside from the heinousness of this case, one finding that sticks with us the most is a statement by Kemper that seems to be common among serial killers and general criminals alike, similar to Josef Fritzl, who recommended checking the basements of other fathers. And that is that for every one of them that's caught, there are many of them that are not.
Well, I'm not an expert. I'm not an authority. I'm someone who has been a murderer for almost 20 years.
Can you say how many people might be doing crimes like you were doing?
It would be a guess, but it's not. It's far more than 35. It isn't that impossible in this society. It happens.
Are there more people?
They didn't give up.
How many?
She didn't give up. I did. I came in out of the cold. And what I'm saying is there are some people who prefer it in the cold.
In the end, the question that many have is the classic one of nature versus nurture. Was Ed Kemper born to kill, or did his upbringing, environment, and experiences groom him to kill? The ongoing debate among scientists, criminologists, and psychologists is which one plays the larger role in the making of a serial killer, genetics or environment. But what experts do agree on is that Kemper is a classic sociopath.
Yeah.
Everything's all about him. He feels no guilt. He has no compassion whatsoever. But what of that? Was he born a sociopath? Is it his fault that he's that way? It's a contentious debate. We want to hear what you think. But before you comment, we'll leave you with one statement from Kemper himself, where he shared, "I need to believe that something in me is salvageable." So, what are your thoughts? Was he born that way? Or do you think that if he had not been exposed to the gruesome and brutal crime details at Atascadero, that his murders would have stopped there? Or maybe, if he had not returned to living with his mother? We hope this video did justice to all the victims of Ed Kemper's heinousness. Please share your thoughts in the comments. And if you like this video, please do us a favor and hit...
Mo, let's run a poll for the audience. Guys, do you think serial killers are made from nature or nurture? Let's throw a poll up.
I think it always depends on the killer.
Yeah,
Because
but
there
I
are
want to
some
see
that
what the
do and
audience
there are
thinks.
some that don't.
What
do you think about Ed
What do you think
Kemper, though?
plays a bigger role in general? But yeah, and we'll see. And then actually, yeah. Let's say in serial killers. Should we do it for Ed Kemper in general?
I will say Ed Kemper because this is too general.
Yeah, let's do it for Ed Kemper in general.
I will say that he was born to kill.
You think he was born to kill?
Yeah.
You don't think it was the nurture?
No.
You don't think it was messed up background?
No. He I mean it definitely helped, but since he had this he's had these needs since he was a kid, I will say he was like born to kill. It was something within him that, you know.
Poll's
developed.
coming up on YouTube, guys, here. And you guys will have to do the poll on, I don't think Rumble will allow us to do a poll. So, yeah, come on over to YouTube, guys, and do the poll. And we got 955 likes on here on YouTube, guys. Do me a favor and please like the video so we can hit 1,000. Crime scene photos?
You want me to show them?
Well, no. We could give Mo the link and we'll show them on screen.
Okay.
We'll have to go to Rumble only to do it. Are they that violent?
It's because there are so many photos that they might link it to Ed Kemper, but it's not really him. I just found like the real one. It's his mom's head.
It's his mom's head?
Yeah.
He cut the head off?
Myron, he cut the head off and he masturbated with the head.
With the mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that wasn't in the documentary.
It wasn't in the documentary. I probably missed it.
No, he didn't. No. They didn't mention in that. No.
There is a word that they use for the practice of what he did.
Let me see the head real fast.
You want to see the head?
Yeah, let me see, and then I'll see if we can show this or whatever. Let's don't tilt it. Yeah, tilt it this way. Let me see here. Oh Lord. God damn.
Trying to find the word that Irremagio, I think it is.
This dude crazy, bro. All right.
And he did the same with his mom's friend too, but he didn't masturbate with the head. He masturbated with the body without the head.
Damn, bro. No wonder he ain't gonna get no pro, bro. Son. Let's see here. What's the poll saying, bro? All right. Was Ed Kemper's serial killing urges natured or nurtured? Let's see what y'all think.
Oh, it's Irremagio. What he did is Irremagio. But don't look it up. Don't search that on Google.
Yeah, don't do that. Let's see here. We got the poll going right now.
Okay, you don't want to show it?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see this. Like, I can take it off?
Yeah, well, we'll send the link to Mo on the Telegram chat so that he can have it. Let's see here. I saw 72% for nurtured, it looked like. Mo, what are we looking like?
Yeah, it looks like it's 70% nurtured.
Yeah, he had a messed up upbringing. Mo, let's read some of the rants and the chats that came through that we might have missed. And shout out to all you guys subscribing to the channel.
1 second. Yeah, I got these. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna send you the picture. You're gonna see it because I'm not gonna send you the link. So beware that I'm sending you the picture.
Love the recent changes to the show. Adding Mo and moving Angie to the desk was some great changes. W-Fed, W-Angie gains. Appreciate that, bro. World's coolest nerd goes, I stopped watching WWE after CM Punk left. Then WWE fumbled the push of Dolph Ziggler as was gonna start watching the AEW whenever I got time, especially when CM Punk joined.
I was still watching it because, especially, I was a big Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is actually my current favorite right now. CM Punk, it was hard to see him leave because I know his biggest issue was the fact that he just wanted to close out WrestleMania. It doesn't matter whether he won or lost. I think he should have closed out a WrestleMania. CM Punk definitely deserved that. Oh yeah, fun with the push of Dolph Ziggler, and I already know you're probably talking about that Survivor Series where Dolph Ziggler was the sole survivor on that Survivor Series, and that was the best time to push Dolph Ziggler. And but
what we'll do, because you guys have been asking for this, we'll probably do a wrestling podcast on castleclub.tv. We'll do a wrestling one for y'all, and we'll react to clips and shit like that, because we'll be able to do that without getting hit with a copyright over there. You know what I mean?
Oh, and we're gonna do Fresh and Fade. We're gonna do the sandwich contest for the girls. So.
The what?
Sandwich.
Oh, a sandwich contest. Yes,
Ooh.
yes, we are gonna do a sandwich contest.
Yes,
so
sir.
You guys get ready.
We are gonna do a sandwich contest. Angie will get the condiments and be the sandwich judge.
Yeah.
And so will the guys.
And
what else do we got here?
I'll definitely be the judge.
Oh yeah, we know that. We got Johnny Silverhand goes, we need to bring back mental hospitals. Yikes, dude be wilding out like Nick Cannon and crew. Yeah, he was going crazy. Death Song goes, I'm a junior in high school with a good grades, and you've inspired me to become a special agent. What should I major in during college, and do you have any tips for me? Intern and major in accounting, bro. Major in accounting. That'll help you. What else do we got here? And stay clean. Don't do no drugs. Don't hang out with idiots. Keep your nose clean, bro, and you'll be able to get into law enforcement.
Nose clean.
Keep the nose clean. Oh, literally and figuratively. Hey, I'm having a great time listening to Mo laughing, and that's from Kim Pop. Thanks, Kim Pop. I appreciate that. Nerd again. Maybe he wasn't trying to strangle them with his fingers. Maybe he wanted her to smell his fingers. You know what they say: 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. All right.
What does that mean?
Don't worry, Angie.
I'll tell you on Rumble.
Yeah. Black Vet, Big Mo, record your demon laugh and use it as a sound effect.
Fatality.
All right. What else do we got here? Anything else?
Well, gotta wait a Rumble for the others.
Yes. Okay. The Rumble rants are crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right, then.
because some of our...
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that is going to do it for the YouTube portion of the podcast. If you guys want to go ahead and enjoy the rest of the podcast, we got some crime scene photos, some commentary, and some crazy Rumble rants over there that are not safe. Come on over right now, guys. Rumble.com/FedReacts, actually. We'll throw the link in there. And come on over to Rumble right now. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but
Rumble.
Yeah, but we're playing. Honestly, I don't think it's bad that we would get banned off YouTube, but we're playing it safe here, guys, because it is what it is. They hate us, so we're gonna go over to Rumble anyway. So we're just playing it safe. I don't think it would violate guidelines. But come on over to Rumble, guys. You guys know what time it is, aka.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, come on over.
1 second. And
like the video, guys. Love y'all.